I still remember the sound of the gavel. One sharp crack, and everything I owned became his. My house, my savings, my dignity. He didn't even look at me when the judge announced the verdict, just leaned back, loosened his tie, and whispered something to his lawyer. That arrogant grin spreading like poison across his face. That's when I knew. He'd planned this. Every motion, every accusation, every fake text thread they presented in court. It wasn't justice, it was theater. And I was the fool who thought love meant loyalty. Before all this, I was Mrs. Hartfield, the smiling wife of a man who kissed me every morning before work and called me his lucky charm. He said I made him brave enough to start his firm. I helped him draft his first contracts, manage his books, network with clients. Then his success came, and with it, the distance. Late nights at the office, whispered calls on the balcony, perfume on his collar, not mine. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. He just smiled that calm lawyer smile and said, "You'll be fine, Sophia. You're adaptable." A month later, the divorce papers arrived. By the time I hired my attorney, he'd already moved his assets, bribed witnesses, and painted me as unstable. His lawyers tore through me like vultures. When it was over, I had nothing. No money, no home, just my name, and even that felt worthless. "Nobody wants a homeless woman," I overheard a clerk say when I asked about temp jobs. So I stopped asking. I slept in shelters, then on benches. I learned which cafes threw out unsold pastries, which dumpsters stayed clean. I stopped expecting kindness. Until the day she found me. It was raining. I was digging through trash behind a bakery when a voice said, "Excuse me, are you Sophia Hartfield?" I froze. No one had said my full name in months. She was neatly dressed, holding an umbrella, smiling like she knew something I didn't. When I nodded, she said, "I'm from a law firm in New York. Your great-uncle, Charles Hartfield, just passed away. You're his sole heir." I laughed, the kind of laugh that hurts. "I think you have the wrong person." She shook her head. "No mistake. He left you his mansion, his Ferrari, and his estate. $47 million. My chest tightened. 47 million. Then she said, "But there's one condition." I met her eyes. "What condition?" "You must return to your ex-husband's firm and finish what he started." I didn't understand at first, but in her briefcase she showed me letters, all written by my great-uncle. He'd once been a business partner of my ex's father, the same man who ruined my uncle's career decades ago. "This estate," she said softly, "was never about money. It's about setting things right." And just like that, I knew what I had to do. I cleaned up, cut my hair, bought a suit, the same brand his lawyers used to wear. Then I visited his office, pretending to seek a reconciliation. He looked surprised and smug. "Wow, Sophia, you look almost human again." I smiled. "I've had help." He thought I was there to beg. He offered to hire me as his assistant. The humiliation almost made me laugh, but I accepted. Because that's what he didn't understand. I wasn't back to rebuild. I was back to bury him. Over the next months, I learned everything. His fake client accounts, offshore transfers, falsified contracts. He had skeletons in every spreadsheet, and I had access to them all. When the time came, I didn't confront him. I simply sent one anonymous email to the State Bar, the IRS, and his biggest investors. Attached, evidence, timestamps, transactions. Then I waited. It took 48 hours for his empire to implode. The news spread like wildfire. Hartfield Legal embroiled in fraud scandal. His partners fled. His bank accounts froze. His name, my old name, became synonymous with corruption. The day they came to arrest him, he called me. "Sophia, did you—" "Yes," I said quietly. "I did." He tried to sound strong. "You'll regret this." "I already did," I whispered. "Every day I loved you." Then I hung up. Now I live in my uncle's mansion, though I rarely stay in the master suite. Too big, too quiet. I keep his letters in the study. His words, my instructions, are underlined in red. Justice delayed is not justice denied. People think revenge is loud. It isn't. It's silent, calculated, patient. It's the moment your betrayer finally realizes you were never broken, just waiting. And when I drive past the courthouse in my uncle's Ferrari, I don't feel pity, only peace. Because he taught me how to fight, and I taught him what it costs to win.